Alright boys and girls, this is going to be take 2 of the second video for the Bing for the Buck gear channel on YouTube. In this video we're going to be talking about the Quark AA2 Tactical flashlight. Take 1 was okay. Just felt like I was going to bore you guys to death. I mean, in this video, if you don't like it, turn it off. This is my EDC flashlight. I showed this in my first video when I went over my EDC system. This flashlight is a R5 LED high output light. For the money, this thing really is bang for the buck. You get a lot of light for the money here. The average from 3 stores on the internet, just random stores, $50. This light's coming in right at 50 bucks, and for the performance this light gives you, you can't beat it. There's going to be flashaholics out there that say the Surefire is the best and Streamlights the best. Maybe not Streamlight, but you know, they're great lights. They're really good lights in their own right, but for the money, this thing gives you a lot of quality. Those lights are great, but they're expensive. Excuse me for a second. I wanted this light because I wanted a flashlight that could be a good go-between between utility and tactical purposes. I'm probably the least tactical person you'll ever meet. I use that term very loosely. Just, you know, for defensive situations. This coupled with the Glock 19, with all the modes that this has, it makes it a great light for what I was needing. I wanted the battery to be a common battery, affordable. Excuse me. This runs on 2 AA's, so it's very affordable compared to the CR123s. So you don't have to worry about spending an arm and a leg every time you turn your flashlight on. I got this light back in December. It's late May, and this thing is still rocking the same set of AA batteries that I put in it when I got it. It came with some Duracells. I chunked those, put the Energizer lithiums in there. They just work good for me. That's what I have experience with, so that's what I went to for this light. Plus they're lighter than regular alkaline batteries, and so that's a plus. Weight for this light comes in about 2.2 ounces, so it's very light. It's just under 6 inches. I believe I have it written down here, 5.8 inches long, and it's 0.86 inches thick, and that's at the bezel, I believe. It has a pocket clip here that's reversible by switching the barrel, the tail cap and the head. You can switch those around, and it can be, you know, bezel down or bezel up, whatever you prefer. The bezel, inside the bezel there, it's got that little sun shining R5 LED and a medium, a light orange peel, you know, to make it give it a clean throw, a penetrating throw. Back here, we've got a tail clicky. You can do momentary, you can do constant on. If you can see there, the tail cap's kind of extended a little bit. I've noticed that. I believe it's just this tactical edition. That means you can't tail stand. I know that's important for some guys. It's not really for me. This thing stays in my pocket or in my hand. There's really no in between. The most I use this light for is utility. With the modes that this thing has, this thing goes all the way from 0.2 modes, which will last you for 30 days, up to 200 0.2 modes, 0.2 lumens, that'll last you for 30 days, up to 205 lumens, which will give you a max runtime of 1.3 hours. I haven't really tested the runtimes on these. I know that there's other videos out there, and these guys have tested the runtimes. You can go to the Candlelight forums, whatever it is, where all these flashaholics are. They can give you all that information. I just need to know what my light can do, and I need it to work. And this light does it. You know, I like flashlights. I think they're cool, but for me, it's a no nonsense. It's got to get it done kind of thing. Let's see. I keep it. It can memorize 2 modes with the twisting of the bezel here. I keep mine turned all the way to the right on the 205, just for potential emergencies, whether it be something defensive. More often than not, though, it's not defensive. an emergency for me is running up on a wreck or something like that off duty. That's where it comes in handy the most, those really bright modes. But the most used mode, you can twist to the left here, and that's your second setting. This is the 4 lumen. This is the second lowest. I use this for just everything else. Utility, looking for something that I dropped, looking under the hood of a car, something like that. But you can operate the bezel one-handed. For me, it's not ideal, so I just keep it all the way to the right. I'll take it out of my pocket and twist it when I need to use it for something along the utility lines. But what sets this light apart from some of the other cheaper lights? Well, I can't really tell you. I know I chose this light over the LD20, the Phoenix LD20, because of the bezel. The LD20 was skinnier along the barrel, and I really liked that, but it had a granulated bezel, and I don't like granulated bezels. That's a video for a different time. I just think the cons far outweigh the pros with those. And so I just wanted something that's kind of clean, kind of simple, you know, nothing too fancy. And this is it. You've got with the LD20, you got a lot of cuts and grooves and lines all over the flashlight, you know, keeps it from rolling. Your anti-roll here is your pocket clip, but you do have a lot of knurling all over this light, on the bezel, on the barrel, and back here on the tail cap. That's not coming out of your hand. If you got a good grip, I don't care what you're doing, that's not coming out of your hand. If you're digging through something, or even if it comes down to it and you have to use that as impact, I think you're gonna be good to go. I know Streamlight has a couple AA powered lights for the money. I don't like them at all. So a lot of my coworkers have them. I'm not knocking it. You know, they got a pretty good deal on theirs, or got them for free. But if you're gonna pay money for a light, if you're like me, your money has to count. Every penny's got to count. And if you're gonna have one flashlight, and you don't have a lot of money to spend, I recommend something like this. With the battery choice, the AA's, you know, they're affordable, and this is a good in-between for something that can be used for emergencies, such as medical emergencies or wrecks or self-defense, to the utility modes. You can use those for any kind of utility task that you have. It's a tough light. There's tests out there of people beating on these things and dunking these things in the water. It's got the IPX standard for water resistance. It's a, let's see, I got that written down here. It's a T6061 aluminum body. I mean, you're not going to tear this thing up. You know, you may scratch the glass lens up, but I haven't seen a light yet that won't happen to. So far, I haven't had a problem. 6 months into having this light, I feel quite confident in saying that you could stake your life on this light. Just keep an eye on the batteries. It does have that regulator. You know, the light doesn't go dim when the batteries are getting dead. It just turns off when the batteries are dead. So just kind of be mindful of that. And yeah, I think that's it on this. Any further questions, you guys can message me or comment. I'll put the anything I forgot into the description box. Thank you.